G'day there guys, Mitch from Stingless Bees and Veg. Back with another video, and this time I've got a gardening video for you all. Lately my content's mainly been about my bees, so it's about time I switch it up and we get into a bit of gardening, get our hands dirty. So in this video we are going to be growing some garlic. So I'm going to be planting some garlic seed bulbs. This particular variety is Italian red, so it's meant to be better for my climate. It's a little bit warm where I live in southeast Queensland. So yeah, this is a good variety for us to grow here. A lot of the colder climate varieties just don't work for us, and I do believe this is a softneck variety too. So yeah, let's get into it. So as you can see guys, I've had a bit of a field day. I started off just preparing the patch. I ripped out some of my massive, absolutely massive basil bush, just because as we're coming to the end of our warmer months, it won't perform particularly well, and it'll give me more room to plant my garlic. And I'm also planning to plant some potatoes as well once my seed potatoes arrive in the mail. So if we come over here, you can see I've started, this is the area that I'm gonna plant some of my garlic. So what I've done is I've just flipped the dirt around, aerated it with my little trowel here. I've pulled out all the old plants from in there, like the basil, and yeah, now we'll get into planning how we're gonna plant these guys. Alrighty, so what I've done guys is I opened up our package. We had 2 quality garlic bulbs in there, and then I've just essentially separated the cloves from the bulb itself, and I have organized them into small, medium and large sizings. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to plant them all, and I'm mainly just going to focus on planting the larger cloves, purely because it's going to give us a better harvest at the end of the day and give us a stronger, healthier plant. So we'll end up harvesting these in about 6 months time. So once summer, spring come around our way, as here in Australia we're heading into our colder seasons. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, so we have our garlic cloves, our Italian red garlic cloves that we've selected. We've selected the larger sizes, and yeah, let's get into planting them. So what you want to do is the garlic itself needs to be planted about 3 centimeters into the soil. So typically I go up to my first knuckle on my fingers in order to do that. We want to plant rows of garlic about 15 centimeters apart from each other. So I will show you how to do that. So when we're planting our garlic, we want to make sure we're planting them the right way up. So here is the bottom of the garlic where the roots are, and here is the top. So you want to make sure you've got the top of the garlic pointing upwards towards the sun. So let's get into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is plan where these are going to go. So as I've got about 8, I'll probably plant them in rows of 4. So 1 maybe here, and we want about a particular normal fully grown sized garlic space between the 2 segments. So if I clear some of the mulch away, bit of old string there, we will get about 1, 2, 3, 4, and about 15 centimeters. 30 centimeter ruler is about that long. 15 centimeters is about that long. So I'm going to go about here, where I'm going to plant the next row of garlic. So again, we want to make sure we've got the bottom facing down where the roots are, and the top facing upwards towards the sun. It'll just help it grow quicker and better. And 4. And I've actually got 1 extra one, so I'm going to put that probably just over here near our spinach. So the next thing we want to do is make sure we get our depth right. So what I'm going to do, just make a little bit of a divot here. Again, down to our first knuckle, which is about there for me. We're then going to cover it up with soil. And garlic doesn't like to be too compact. The soil needs to be quite aerated, so just pack it down a little bit, but not too firm. And it likes moist soil, but not wet. So we're just going to make sure we're going to go over the garlic once it's planted with a bit of water, but not too much. So again, about down to our knuckles. Cover it up with soil, pack it in lightly, making sure that we have our right side down where the roots are. You can see we've just disturbed a few little worms that are coming out. They'll go away. Cover it up lightly. Cover it up. Cool. So there we have all of our garlic planted. The next thing we're going to do is we're just going to spread some compost over the soil here, and then we're going to cover it up with the mulch that I've got here to the right. It's just sugarcane mulch. It's a locally grown product, and it's quite good for mulching our garden beds here in Australia. So the compost I'm going to be using is mushroom compost. It's really good for plants, great source of nutrients, and yeah, should help our garlic grow really well. Cool. Last step, guys, we're just going to mulch. The other thing too that garlic doesn't particularly like is weeds. So by mulching around the plants, we're helping prevent any light from getting through to the soil, which would help the seeds of weeds germinate. And then last of all, I've got a drip irrigation set up. I'm just going to put my sprinkler system just in the right places so that the garlic gets enough water for when I turn this on. Just putting a few around. Cool. And that's it, guys. So we'll check on this in maybe a month and see how it's growing. I forgot about the very last step, guys, so we're just going to water this in lightly. And as it has been raining here, the soil is already a little bit wet, so I'm not going to go and water any more than that. So thanks for watching, guys. If you did enjoy the video, feel free to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll put out some more videos soon.